Greetings, everyone. The Sandy Check is back. I'm Karen. This is Skillet Sauce.
This has been an interesting show. I mean, it's kind of weird because, you know, we haven't been really, I guess, going off the deep end with the comedy and stuff like that. And, you know, but I think this has been a very interesting show. I mean, seriously.
But at the top of the show, we mentioned something that we found interesting. I'm sure most of the people out there are probably like, yeah. But we've been monitoring. Well, actually, Skillet for several years now has been photographing the sky, the clouds, and the anomalous shapes and angles and sharp corners that clouds have been taking.
Yeah, like literally, I recorded one recently. I wish I had known I would have pulled it off my phone, where there was a square chunk cut out of a cloud. And when I say a square chunk, I don't mean like a semi-square. I mean as if you took a right angle and chopped it out, a perfect 90-degree angle in the cloud. I mean, and he can attest to it. He's actually seen this stuff. You know, and I've been recording since like 2004.
Yeah. So now more blatant shit is going down. But as we said at the top of the show, we've been getting the craziest un-New York-like
weather,
electrical storms,
just weather in general.
Yeah, I mean, weather in general,
golf ball size hail.
Yeah, like you said, what, almost 3 tornadoes formed over New York City this year alone? Yeah, or the past month or something.
No, we had 3 tornadoes since 2000. I think it was 2008, right? That's actually touched down, did a whole bunch of damage and stuff like that. Just in the past 2 weeks, we've had funnels forming, but they just didn't come down. But they've been up there forming. There's some wonderful photographs. If you just Google the images, there we go. Google again. Google images of storms over New York City 2012, and you're going to see some amazing.
Actually, we're about to show you an image in a few seconds. I actually, when he told me about this, this was last night. I was like, yo, come on, this has to be photoshopped. Get that up there when you can, please. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, yo, this shit looks like, again, like you said, fucking when Gozer was coming down at the end of Ghostbusters.
Not Gozer, man, Zool.
Oh, Zool.
Now, the way this, now, if you see this, the way it used to be, now it's done with CGI. The way it used to be done way back in the days, I actually know because I had a little special effects shop. In order to make something like this, they would take hot water and cold water, and then that level in the middle inside of a tank, you know, there was a level in the middle, and they would pour dye in there and shine a light through the bottom of it. It was some crazy effect to make it, you know, come billowing out. And like I said, look at the end of the Ghostbusters and you'll see it. Ghostbusters 1, not that terrible Ghostbusters 2. And this is what we're actually seeing. I told you, I looked at that shit and was like, I'm not going anywhere. I was literally trapped on Staten Island for a couple of hours because of when I saw that shit. I'm like, wait a second, this is like some Lord of the Rings. I don't know what this is. I'm not going out in it. And the lightning is such to where it looks like I said, like Frankenstein shit.
That's the stuff that I've been witnessing. I've seen lightning like that. Like again, you just, for the imagery, go find the opening to fucking the Gilligan's Island. You know, I was seeing lightning like that. Yeah. You know, I was seeing lightning like I said, Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory, the shit that's in the tubes that's wavering and billowing all over. I mean, and in the skies, and it's reoccurring over and over.
Over and over again.
20 years ago, okay, if we got lightning, it was one flash. Yeah. Wait for a few seconds. There's your thunder. Yeah. Now, its lightning is electrifying the clouds it does it repeatedly.
It doesn't look, because when I think about it, at one point over New York City, it would just be a flash. You're like, very rarely, like you look up in the distance and you'll see an actual bolt, right? But it wasn't like so prominent. It was like, you know, you would see a bolt here, a bolt there, and they were usually angled down. These things now are going, I mean, literally like parallel to the ground. I mean, I've never seen this kind of stuff in the skies over New York City in my entire life.
Now, you might be like, oh, your little sisters, you're afraid of some lightning, but it's not just lightning. No. And it's not just New York City.
not just our toilet. Yes, it's all over. Oh shit, we had an earthquake earlier. Remember? Did you sleep through that shit?
When?
There was an earthquake here, a tremor here.
When?
Motherfucker, it was sometime like I don't know, like May. No, not May. Probably like April or something. Because I jumped out, I ran out the house.
No, right.
The fucking place was shaking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Actually,
wait a second.
I was out of my brother's house.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Once
right.
again, this is something that you just don't, we don't experience in New York. I mean, obviously, if I was in LA, but like, that's just a tremor. But here, I'm like, what the hell is going on? The place is shaking, my chair's rattling around. I'm getting the hell out of here.
So, again, Skillet sent me a video last night that is. It's 18 minutes long, but we've chopped it up and made it about 3 minutes for you.
Yeah.
And this is some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. Again, this is not just tornadoes. I mean, lightning.
It's anomalous lightning.
Tornadoes. It's earthquakes. It's shit. Solar flares.
Madness around the sun, big rings. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck that was.
Animals beaching themselves, falling out of the sky dead. Yeah, it sounds like real biblical apocalyptic shit, but all that shit is bullshit. Something is going down, I think cosmically. Personally, I think it's a cosmic thing. I think, again, these solar flares, and again, we've been waiting for this.
The meteors, because there's been I was reading another article, didn't get a chance to put it on here, about the meteor activity. There's been a lot of small particle, smaller meteors, now obviously not no big planet killer, but smaller meteors coming in more frequently. They said, I think one of these fires, I think they said a fire in Colorado or something was from a meteor strike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I was just checking it out, didn't have enough time to incorporate it, but yeah.
All right, well, take a look at this video, and we will discuss it, and it's over.
Okay, we've never seen pictures like this before from NASA. Amazing video of what looks like tornadoes on the sun.
Signs in the heavens and the earth.
And what we're seeing is that these events continue one after another.
I've never seen this before. Are you doing video?
I have never seen this before, and I'm doing video. That's
correct. Can we please send it to James Spain and the Weather Channel?
That we are in the birth bank. Something is going on. We are in unprecedented, uncharted waters.
The world right now. Birds, fish, and all kinds of creatures just dropping dead.
For the second year on New Year's Eve, birds are falling from the sky in Beebe.
A mystery in Beebe, Arkansas. Birds falling dead from the sky on New Year's Eve for the second year in a row. Wildlife officials say
no one knows how these dolphins died, but hundreds have been found on beaches in Chiclayo, Peru. At least 260 dolphins washed ashore across a roughly 60-mile stretch of beach. Officials aren't sure what happened to them. An event like this is particularly unusual because dolphins aren't normally found in
You'll be hearing a lot about this next item over the next 11 months, but astronomers have identified a new asteroid about 150 feet across, which is headed our way and may come so close to Earth that it will pass between us and the satellites orbiting in space above us. There's some debate in the scientific community about whether a direct hit is even possible. This is called 2012 DA-14. They say this will be the closest pass of an asteroid in the history of tracking such things. And again, while this pass is supposed to miss us, the experts all say there's nothing wrong with making sure your affairs are in order.
So should we be nervous about this whole thing?
Well, this is a serious story because the latest round of solar flares captured in this incredible video. Take a look at this. It's from NASA overnight. The burst that you're seeing there, charged particles erupting off the surface of the sun. And we saw an even bigger solar flare Tuesday night. Right now, all of those particles are racing toward the Earth, as you said, about 4 million miles per hour, and it's growing as it gets closer to us. On top of that, the problems will arise when the flares reach the Earth's magnetic field, apparently. That's when we could see
what caused that flash in the sky in the Northwest Valley. It happened this morning, right here. If you haven't seen it, here we go. During Andrea's traffic report, look, we're going to slow it down for you right there. Look in the background. Looks like some kind of very bright light, almost like it was an explosion or something. Our first thought was maybe a transformer. But we checked with APS and SRP. They said they haven't had any trouble. We haven't had any reports of any explosions either. Here it is one more time for you in slow-mo. So it is still a mystery.
Here it comes. Okay, I think we need to leave.
Take it away from us, Lord. Take it, Lord. Take it, Lord. Take it away from us, Jesus. Father God, all powers in your Son's name. Take this up away from our home.
From a series of
Wisconsin residents say their homes rattled after explosion-like noises woke them up last night, and city leaders are still trying to figure out just what caused it all. Police phone lines were jammed with calls from a 13-block area. Callers reported not just hearing loud booms, but rumbling in the ground that shook them right out of their homes.
It sounded like somebody was dropping bombs. What we know from geologists down at UW-Madison is that this is clearly not consistent with earthquake activity.
And tonight there are reports of more booming sounds 80 miles away. Police in Montello are now investigating similar sounds.
But so far, they don't have an explanation.
We have a lot of good, reliable sources that reported this pretty much community-wide, and you know, at this point in time, it is quite the talk of the town. There's no doubt about it.
There was a loud boom, and all the windows shook, the whole house shook.
It felt like my front door was being trying to be kicked in. It was, my apartment was shaking.
For the third night in a row, unexplained ground shaking has leaders in Clintonville scratching their heads. In our big story, city officials remain at a loss over what this could be. Several theories have been ruled out, including water, other utilities, even an earthquake. The city isn't ordering any evacuations, but some say they are considering leaving town.
Did you see that shit?
Did you see that shit? That variety of shit.
I know the stuff there I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
And again, this is people across the world. And it's not just all these are news organizations, weather people,
not
news
conspiracy
organizations.
quacks, not tinfoil hat wearing weirdos, not anything like that. Just regular people reporting things that to their eye they just can't quite understand, or to their understanding of, like in the animals, you know. My personal opinion, you said it was like some film, The Core. I said, they're magnetic harmonics or whatever. Something's off with them. I mean, because I understand in that movie they did something similar to where something was going on with the atmosphere, the upper atmosphere.
Right, the movie started out with I think they were actually in Paris or Rome, and people were having tea in an outside cafe or some shit like that, and all of a sudden birds started dropping out of the sky.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the movie until they finally found out that the Earth's magnetic field was fucked up.
Oh, because the core was switched.
Right, in the movie. Well, no, it was stopping.
It was stopping.
Yeah, in the movie, the Earth's core was stopping, and the spinning of the molten metal in the middle of the Earth is what gives off the magnetic field. So when that shit was stopping, the magnetic field was getting weaker, and all of the solar radiation was coming in. And like at one point when the ozone layer actually was breaking apart, you saw cats were getting fried.
Oh, word? Oh, see, I've never seen the movie in its entirety.
Because the direct solar radiation was coming onto the planet.
Oh, shit.
And it was boiling, motherfucker.
Maybe I should watch this. It just sounds funny.
So, you know.
Oh, no, wait. I saw the end of that shit. That shit was garbage.
I didn't say it was good. I was telling you what the shit was like.
It was trash. Yeah.
So, but again, that's what's happening here. That's what's happening in this video. You know, some historic shit is taking place.
Something is going on. And listen, you know, at a certain point in time, we need to stop labeling people and just use something that everyone should possess but they don't, which is common sense. If you look up and you see right angles, and I mean, like I said, precise right angles in cloud formations, something is wrong. What's happening, what's causing that, you can speculate. But you know, your eyes tell you something's wrong. The weather, you look up and you see this crazy looking shit that all of a sudden is happening now, at the same time that all this other stuff just happens to be happening now. I mean, I'm not an overly religious dude, but I know religious people are going crazy. They have to be because the economy is bad right now.
Well, you remember in the video, did you watch the whole video?
Yeah.
Remember, I think it was the tornado that was coming, and that woman was like, "Okay, Jesus, take me, praise Jesus."
She started praying because
like that was going to help her.
That shit was going to send a fucking cow through this woman's body at 400 miles per hour or something. But yeah, she surrendered herself.
Yeah,
she surrendered herself and just started praying. I mean, I can clearly see that because you know, there's just so many different things that's happening, and then that you know, on the 4th of July, I was on top of my auntie's building, and I was recording the Macy's fireworks, and I turned around and the moon was blood red. I took video as best I could. I took pictures, and I mean blood red. Have you seen a blood red moon before?
No, I mean I've seen an orange moon.
No, this wasn't an orange moon. This was blood. Everybody that was on that roof stopped and turned and was like, fuck the fireworks. The hell with the fireworks. You know, I've seen that shit before. This thing was blood red. Now, once again, I'm pretty sure there's some atmospheric reason behind it. I'm not trying to say that's like the second coming of the Antichrist or some shit like that. That's not what I'm saying. All that I'm saying is it was something that I had never seen before. And during this year, I've experienced a tremor. I've seen lightning I've never seen before. I've seen hurricanes forming, tornadoes forming, which, you know, outside of 2008, no one for 100 years has ever seen before. And apparently people all over the world are seeing things right around now that we've never seen before. So I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate, so you can throw darts at me and say, oh, well, you're wrong about that and you wasn't correct about that. I'm not even going to go there. Something the fuck is going on.
Well, my guess is we're all going to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
sooner than later.
Whatever it is, it'll all be revealed, and you know, just how you deal with it and how you make peace with it is, you know, is your own personal journey. But something is definitely just strange, very much so. But
speaking of peace, It's time to say peace.
Yeah, we got to say peace. We're out of here and all that good shit.
Go. Thanks for
Skillet
stopping
sauce.
by. And I'm Ken. Again, check out Insanity Check. Insanity Check on Facebook. Insanity Check Radio on YouTube. And the material is piling up on YouTube, folks. Yeah, you should go check it out.
Insanity Check Radio, one word on YouTube, and at Insanity Check 12 Twitter.
And on Twitter is where you can get the links and see all the stuff that we're seeing because it's out there. You can see it too.
Exactly.
Thanks again. Catch you guys next week.
Take care. Be safe.